Religious violence is the other one, seemingly ineradicable story, just that pops up constantly. And it's the same thing, it's complicated. I don't pretend to have a solution, but I do know one thing. I think if we had to choose a group of people to turn into crazed suicide bombers who wanted to kill as many people as they could, I don't think we could do much better than picking religious people. Like, just imagine how much worse our situation could be if we were up against a different group with a different skill set. I'll start with the worst case scenario. Imagine if scientists decided to form a death cult and wanted to kill as many people as they could. That would be a whole different level emergency. Like, you give one evolutionary epidemiologist 10 minutes at the Center for Disease Control, he could wipe out cities like Godzilla, like pestilence and plague and a tic-tac. And that's teachers, that's worst case. But there are tons of groups that I would be more afraid of. What if we were up against just regular teachers? Like, what if teachers went nuts? They already think they should have summers off. That's kind of crazy. Like, what? What if they said one day, you know what, spring too. If it's nice out, we're not working. I would be more afraid of them. Do you understand? Like, you see what happens to these terror groups? Like, ISIS has been relegated to weaponizing rental cars because they can't outsmart the TSA anymore. The TSA, that crack security unit, not paying attention at the airport. They made the terrorists take off their shoes, and the terrorist response was to call Enterprise. They're like, looks like we're driving, guys. We gotta... You think about it. On the terrorist's best day, September 11th, 2001. This is their banner achievement. But if you actually look at the statistics for that day, just through sheer incompetence, they left so many infidels on the table. Like, they want any attention to detail at all. And that death toll spikes, like, just off the I know it's horrible to say, but if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Look, how about for starters, there were 40,000 people in those buildings when the planes hit them. 38,000 of them just walked down the stairs and left. Maybe you don't fly the planes into the tops of the buildings. You're already up there. You might as well crash the planes where they're... That's bad, but that's not even close to as bad as what happened here. We're in Boston. I'm sure many of the people in this room have been down to the finish line of the Boston Marathon. Those two simpletons walked into one of the most crowded places on Earth and killed 3 people with a bomb. They could have killed more than that with shellfish. This is not comedic exaggeration. It would have been more effective terrorism to have showed up with a food truck and just wait for customers to say, excuse me, does this have shellfish in it? And go, nah, you're good. No, there's more. There's more. You understand, they're trying to kill as many people as they can. But they're religious half-wits, so they're no good at it. And it's always on my mind because I just know I would be so good at it. Like, I don't even like thinking about how good at it I would be. The whiskey's almost gone. This is where I start making radical claims. I have always believed that if I weren't afraid to die and I wanted to kill as many people as I could kill one person for every dollar in my budget. Now, full disclosure, I use my father's contractor's discount at the Home Depot. 15% margin of error, but I'm pretty sure even at retail prices, I could kill you for 4 quarters. You have no idea how cheap unstable chemicals are at the Home Depot. This could be done very easily. That's $1 though. If I had oil money behind me, like these idiots do, you give me $50,000. Nobody leaves Fenway Park alive. Not a vendor. I'll get everybody.